Realme's Chief Marketing Officer Francis Wong hinted at an early May launch for the Realme GT series in India. The series comprises the flagship Realme GT 5G and the Realme GT Neo. The Realme GT 5G, which was launched in China earlier this year, is powered by the Snapdragon 888 SoC and features a 6.43-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. At the back is a 64-megapixel triple rear camera setup along with a 4500 mAh battery with 65-watt fast charging. The phone is priced at around Rs 34,000 in China, but no pricing details for India have been announced yet. Samsung has launched AI-powered washing machines in India, which understand both Hindi and English. The front-load washing machines feature the company's EcoBubble and Quick Drive technology, which Samsung claims helps save power while providing 45% extra care for fabrics. The lineup comprises 21 new models, and Samsung claims the AI-powered machines can learn and customize laundry processes for a customer's individual needs. They are also IoT enabled and can be controlled through devices like Galaxy smartphones or Amazon Alexa and Google Home. The new lineup is available across all major offline and online retail channels with a starting price of Rs 35,400. According to tipster Ice Universe, Samsung may discontinue the Exynos 990-powered Galaxy S20 FE smartphone, replacing it with a Snapdragon 865 Plus model in all markets. While the phone was launched with the Qualcomm chipset in certain regions, countries like India saw the release of the Exynos 990 model last year. Samsung also recently launched the Galaxy S20 FE 5G edition with a Snapdragon 865 in India. All variants of the Galaxy S20 FE feature a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus 120Hz AMOLED display along with a 12-megapixel triple rear camera setup and a 4500 mAh battery. According to a Bloomberg report, Samsung's profits rose by 44% for the first quarter of 2021, driven primarily by strong sales of the Galaxy S21 series of smartphones. Samsung reported $8.3 billion in operating income for the quarter, boosted by the early launch of the Galaxy S21 flagship series in January, which outsold the Galaxy S20 series by a 2-to-1 margin, according to Counterpoint Research. In total, Samsung shipped 76 million smartphones in the first quarter of this year, a 25% increase from last quarter. Booming smartphone sales helped Samsung overcome losses caused by the shutdown of one of its RAM production factories in Austin, Texas, due to a power grid failure. The recently launched OnePlus 9 and OnePlus 9 Pro smartphones have begun receiving the OxygenOS 11.2.3.3 update, which focuses on system stability. This is the third system update for both devices since launch. According to OnePlus, the update extends the battery life of both devices and also includes improvements to enhance camera shooting and video recording. The update also improves Wi-Fi stability and performance. The OnePlus 9 Pro is now available to purchase in India starting at Rs 64,999, while the OnePlus 9 will be available from April 14th from Rs 49,999. Google has released the April 2021 security patch for its Pixel lineup, down to the Pixel 3, which fixes vulnerabilities in the system software. The update also brings improvements to the camera and connectivity along with system updates. Additionally, the Pixel 4a and Pixel 5 have received specific camera optimizations, boosting the camera quality in third-party apps. Both phones also get a boost in performance for some graphics-intensive games and apps. The update also fixes an issue which showed the devices as offline while they were connected to a VPN. Xiaomi has launched the Redmi Note 10 Pro in India at a starting price of Rs 15,999. It features a 6.67-inch 120Hz Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with HDR10 support. The phone is powered by a Snapdragon 732G chipset coupled with an Adreno 618 GPU and a 5020 mAh battery that supports 33-watt fast charging. In terms of optics, there's a 64-megapixel quad rear camera setup and a 16-megapixel selfie camera as well. The Redmi Note 10 Pro includes up to 128GB of UFS 2.2 storage and up to 8GB of RAM. The phone is available to purchase across mi.com, amazon.in and Mi retail stores. A According to data shared by analytics firm Mixpanel, over 90% of all iPhones in use are now running iOS 14. This comes ahead of the expected launch of iOS 15 at Apple's upcoming Worldwide Developer Conference event. iOS 14 was launched in September last year and has seen over 90% adoption in just 7 months. Google's Android, meanwhile, is improving upon its infamously slow adoption rate, with Android 11 being used on 25% of Android phones 6 months after launch. Fujifilm has launched its newest Polaroid camera, the Instax Mini 40. While being an entry-level instant camera with only 2 settings and 2 buttons, the Instax Mini 40 is designed to evoke the look and feel of a classic film camera, with a faux leather body and metallic-looking rails that are all made from plastic. The Instax Mini 40 features a 60mm lens with an f-stop of 12.7 and supports shutter speeds from 1:2 to 1:250. The camera can produce instant pictures using Instax Mini film. In the US, the Instax Mini 40 costs around ₹7,400. The gaming industry's foremost expo, E3, will be held in an all-virtual format for 2021, the event's organizers have announced. E3 2021 will take place from June 12th to 15th and will feature presentations from Nintendo and Microsoft, along with publishers like Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, and Take-Two Interactive. Sony and EA have not participated in E3 for a few years, choosing to hold their own virtual events, which they will likely continue this year. E3 was cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic last year, but organizers said they hope to hold an in-person E3 in 2022.